Start talking, or make your peace with God.
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
Ah, Henry! Just the man I want. This fool would rather hang than sing. You know more about him than we do, so maybe you can get something out of him.
Well now, Eric. Fuck you. You need to change your tone. Who is this?
He's an orc.
What does he have? Are you really? Who does he take? Are you? How many? Listen to me. You better pray. I won't wait. I don't need. Why should he save you? You don't know. Now you. For a while.
I thought... Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is... Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange,
And even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Jesus, look where you're going.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bomb. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet...
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle?
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. All you have to do is...
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Tальмберг. Sir Robard will goodbye.
Greetings. Good luck then.
God be with you, Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melons right off the vine.
Be a bit more careful.
My respects.
There's some... there...
I'd like to help.
What's happening?
I have a delegation.
I see.
Go and ask Farewell.
What do you want here, lad?
God save, Monsignor.
Sir Hanish,
I'm to assist you in your search.
Oh, I see. How considerate of him. Well, I'm sure Sir Hanish told you what I'm doing here.
He said you're looking for...
Exactly. I'm seeking out the sores that inflict the body of the church.
How can I help you, then?
Excellent. I know how to get to where the heretic...
And what's stopping you from going?
That is to say, I know in theory. The crux of the matter is this. We caught a heretic in Gutenberg who told us of the heretics in Ushitz. Regrettably, by the time he got around...
I see. So do you know where they meet?
Possibly. His account was confused, to say the least.
Naturally, Father. Otherwise, Sir Hanish...
I see. It's a good thing at least the servants of the nobility are getting a suit. Here's the record of the interrogation. From what I can make out.
I'll do my best, Father. Well, I'm not from Ushit.
That's good, because the last thing I need is one of the... And they don't trust me either. But you're an ordinary lad with a likable...
You flatter me, Monsignor. Are there any suspects?
Everyone is a suspect. You can be sure of that. But
How did you conclude?
We caught one in Gutenberg. He confessed to everything.
And that was all he told you?
By the end, all his strength had left him, so he couldn't even put...
I'm guessing...
Of course not.
Little wonder his strength deserted him in the executioner's clutches.
My lad, guard your tongue. It's unwise to question... Heretics are a conquer on the body of the church. You take the hot iron to it and burn it out. It may hurt. It hurt me too, to have to cause the man to suffer.
Who are these Valdensians?
Really? Then you've either not been paying attention in church, or the parish priest in red... Both possibilities are equally disturbing, but But to answer your question...
I gathered that much, but what form...
Look, boy, I don't have time right now to embark on theological disputation.
Very well, I'll get working on...
God be with you,
try horseradish hotter than a burning torch. Come now! Come right up, fresh cabbage, carrots, onions, radishes, everything you need for a proper soup. My, have a look at those melons. Wouldn't they make fine treats? Feel free to have a knock. Apples straight from the tree, melons right off the vine, and beetroot fresh from the fields. Mushrooms, apples, carrots.
My respects. May the Lord watch over you.
Goodbye.
Are you serious?
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm at your service. May the Lord watch over you. Take care now. I'm at your service. God be with you.
1 L, please.
hear you like it.
You're a brave soul taking me on. I'm not used to losing.
A tankard here.
This'll be the one.
Here, just as you ordered.
That'll do me.
One beer for me.
Finished.
All right, all right.
Down.
Pour me one.
There. Satisfied? All right, all right.
Down.
God be with you. I'd like you to show me.
Certainly.
I want to achieve.
All right. Now pay close.
What is it?
Pull me an ale.
I'm honored.
The parish priest here in Ujius, he's a peculiar.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails.
I doubt he acquired those skills.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for... He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Take care now.
Ale.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Hey! Look where you're going. Take care.
one.
I'll be right back.
Damn!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good day to you.
I want to get back.
Certainly.
I'd like to home.
All right. Now, good luck.
I want to get better at
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
You can't become a man.
Well... Do you know anything about...
Why do you ask?
I like a good punch up myself.
Then you're in luck, because I'm in charge of all the fights here.
I want to fight.
Well, if you're as good as you are keen, it'll surely be interesting. But
who are they?
Lads from Ujits. Mash? Good luck to you.
Yeah. 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 You're dead. Yeah.
Come here, lily liver. Jesus Christ. Herrgott! Bring it on!
You call that combat?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If I want to leave the province, I'll have to get permission from Sir Radzig.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This is certainly no time for roving.
Yeah.
God save you, Henry.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It seems I've found it. A cross, nicely carved. Someone in the village might recognize it.
Yeah. 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 Asparagus!
I'm at your service.
Father, I wonder if you could tell me who's...
I do know.
I don't understand.
People said they saw you talking with a vicar. They're afraid that Sir Hanus...
That's not how it is.
And how is it?
Sir Hanus sent me to find out what he wants, and to get him out of here if possible.
Well, then we share the same interest. But I'd still
You and me both.
That's good to hear. Where did you find the...
Let's do a deal. I'll tell you where I found it, and you tell me who's...
Very well.
I found it in the woods. It looked like people met there. There were other things...
Damn it! That really...
That the vicar is right to be looking here.
The cross is definitely the Bowers, I remember that. But that just can't be.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. But I'll do anything in my power to...
I see.
My thoughts exactly. But the question still remains what to do about it. You know what, boy? Before we do anything else, we ought to make sure...
What do you propose?
That's simple. Listen to how they...
What good will that?
Prayers are sacred to all Christians, heretic or devotee. But if they are...
And how will I know there's something...
Don't you know how true Christians...
But how can I listen to their...
Certainly not. In the church they'd pray the usual way. But I know they meet at the farm in the evening with all the domestics.
All right, but how can I listen?
I don't know. Crouch beneath the window? Climb up in the loft?
What do you know about them?
When I think about it now...
What do you mean?
Well, they do rather keep themselves to themselves. They attend Mass, true enough. They leave the moment it's over. And I've never... But on the other hand, they give more alms to the needy in the village.
And the cross? Did you...
No. It belonged to the family who lived on the farm. But
where did those...
I don't really know. I've never...
Right, I'll get...
May the Lord watch over you.
Good health to you.
The fisherman.
Is that so? Well, we haven't had any new blood here for a while. God be with you.
Yeah. 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 Someone there? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Who is?
I hope the fish. May the Lord watch you. Kurwa fick! Yeah. 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 Yeah.
from over here.
Hey, is someone there? Has something happened?
Jesus Christ be...
Are you one of the...
I'm glad you shot. God be with you.
Yeah! Yeah!
My respects.
Let's fight.
All right.
May the Lord watch. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ah, I could try listening from here.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which we are bound to receive from thy bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. They took old Wenzel to the presbytery today. His farm is nearby. It's only a matter of time before
they come for me. I know.
And what are we going to do about it? That vicar is baying for blood, the beast. He will devour you alive.
I do not intend to do anything about it. I shall not waver from my faith, nor turn my back on it.
My dear, what on earth are you saying?
If they come for me, I will go quietly. And I will not lie.
Are you serious? Don't you know what they'll do to you?
I can well imagine. But I am resolved.
The Lord have mercy.
Do not fear. I surrender to God's will. And I do not condemn you if you decide to leave.
I'll stay by your side, although I'd rather that you decided otherwise.
I know. And you have no fear, my brothers in Christ. Stay true to God's plan, as I shall. Go and spread the true faith amongst all good folk.
I'm sorry, I wish there was another way.
You should eat your supper and depart right away. Who knows? You may come for us at dawn.
Yeah. 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 Ah.
I hope I can be of help.
So, I went to check on the Bower.
Do tell.
They most certainly are heretics. At least as far as I can tell.
Are you sure? What did...
Well, for a start, the...
That is certainly unusual, but nothing could...
But that's not all. They're afraid the vicar will be coming out.
Who wouldn't fear that? That swine finds fault...
Well, it's not like you'd have to try too hard. Mrs. Bower plans to confess...
Confess what, exactly?
Most likely her faith. The people of the farm were trying to discourage that.
Oh, good Lord, that's all I need. What am...
I don't know, but we have to help them.
You're quite right. You have to talk them out of it, Hal. You must convince them to run.
Convince them? That's easy for you to say.
I'm sure you'll find a way. You have to try at least. For their own good and for yours, Hal.
You're right. Someone has to...
I'm glad you see it that way. Now hurry. You never know when the vicar might come. See you later.
Hmm?
Take care.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mistress Bauer?
What is it you need?
I've come to ask something of...
Have you?
That doesn't matter. The important thing is that I want to help you and...
I admit that I'm a little confused. You've come to ask me something?
I want to ask you not to confess to the vicar. Just take your husband and get out of here while...
I have no idea why you're so taken with my fate, or how you found out about my intentions. But I'll tell you one thing. Changing...
Believe me, I know how cowardly it feels to flee. What it's like to abandon your nearest...
Then you must understand why I can't...
I do. But I also know that if I died that day, I would have achieved nothing but...
And what are you living for?
Maybe. What of it? The important thing is that I'm alive. You can convert more people to your creed, instead of being scoffed at as they drag you to the pyre.
You may be right, but I can't lie. It's a...
You won't have to lie if you're never asked any questions. Just leave. You can preach elsewhere. I'm sure you have lots of friends who...
But I don't want to run.
No one wants to run away, but sometimes we have no choice. If you run, your faith will live on.
You're right. I shouldn't give in so easily.
You should pack up and run away as soon as you can.
Thank you.
Don't delay.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good health to you.
I found them, Monsignor.
Pardon me?
I found the heretic.
Really? And who?
The Bauer family, and their entire...
Well, I expect you to give me some evidence.
I found that place the captive heretic talked about, and I found... It took a bit of asking around, but I learned it belongs to the Bauers. And then all I had to do was go there and do a little spying.
What of it? What did...
Nothing at all. The farm was...
Ha! They fled.
What will you do, Monsignor?
It's not the first time the devil's spawn has fled from me. I'll do the same as... Don't worry. They won't get far. Take care now.
God save you, Henry. Hey, what do you think? My God.
There's something I...
Is there, my son?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at...
I'd like to help you, Henry.
What's happening?
I have a delegation here from the Archbishopric in Prague.
I see.
Go and ask elsewhere. There's bound to be... See you later.
Ah! Ah!
What do you
Ah!
Go play your game somewhere else.
Ah! Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Greetings.
Sir, I met the parish priest.
I should say so. And rumour has it, when he finished his studies at the they say he made a living as a mercenary. And then he suddenly came, but he's a fair man.
It's all sorted out.
Excellent. I've heard some pretty wild rumours from Uzhitz.
Maybe this will surprise you, sir, but there really were heretics.
Are you telling me the vicar didn't come to Sticky?
I don't know about that, but he definitely suspected there were heretics hereabout.
Christ, a man doesn't...
No, they ran away. The vicar's investigation wasn't exactly...
Well, that's at least...
He's probably hot on their heels.
Well, I hope he doesn't... Anyway, Henry, thanks for dealing with that vicar. You pulled a thorn from my...
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, then.
Hey! What are you up to here? Get out of here or I'll call the guards on you. I hope I can be...
There's something I...
Is there, my...
There are a lot of...
Has someone request...
Sir Divish himself...
Well, 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 Sir Divish sends for me, and you're doing the asking. God be with you.
Ugh! Ah!
Hey, who's there?
Ah! Yeah. Yeah.
Good day, Henry.
Divish said...
Sir.
It's all the same, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Sir Divish said you...
Aye. We're going to watch Ishtar.
That's all?
For a few days, at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Henry.
Good day, Henry.
What is it?
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Welcome, Henry.
What do you think?
He definitely knows what he's doing. And all that wild talk of his, rockets and...
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used, so I can't really judge. But if his ideas work...
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
You can't become a master.
Well. Can you teach me...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
First, you have to have some...
Well.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Tальмберга,
Just so. That István's us.
All right. When do...
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest, you won't have another chance until we've won the day.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey.
How are we going to attack?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claimed, even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But...
And what's the plan for attacking the west?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot... Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should...
Henry, I'm glad you came.
How will we take the battlement?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still... The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop. We'll have to either fight our way through.
What about the living?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, István will know defeated.
I think I've heard everything.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of...
I'll help with the attack on the...
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup. And as God is my witness, we will kick...
A village lad and an old soldier.
Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan, keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Take care.
fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! Smash them! Clear those battlements!
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship. But Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah!
The way you found Tom, sneaking into Brannick all on your own, well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What should I say to him?
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and his people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You all right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Město mě vřele vítá ve svém nitru. Nemusím nic skrývat, zde nejsem něčím štván. Natož zde jsem cizincem, aby jsem přeněl
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting.
Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Welcome. Be a bit more careful.
Hey!
Are you serious? What the...
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenborg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenborg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue? The question is how. We need to
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along...
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter.
Yes.
Very well. Berghof is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find... It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough.
What steps they envisage taking?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles, Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for... Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably...
Who is he really?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served... I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days.
The League of Lords and that Berg.
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenborg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way.
I don't know all that much.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than... Not long ago, He himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen, and now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate?
Rupert is the prince-elect.
What's a prince-elect?
The prince-electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the king of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. So, now we have two kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while.
That young man...
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family, with estates in Austria. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King
Well, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a... You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months.
Who is this Prokop that Jobst...
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after politics, make of it what you will.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from... So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish? Think...
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Good day, Henry.
Be a bit more careful.
So, can we set off now, Hen?
Of course.
So, to horse! The Lord of Bergov is back. So, how is life as a high-born bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rudzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and against his villains. I believe rescuing him would be well against, but now it's a lot more complex.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world where you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let him shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule, and that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Yeah.
This is certainly no time for roving.
Yeah.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of...
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming.
Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!